Welcome to my podcast.
Thank you.
It's called At the Kitchen Table. We guide, inspire, and connect entrepreneurs. So I'm here with my friend Jeri Walsh.
Hi.
And so you run a company called Golden Laser Aesthetics, and you're an esthetician.
I'm an esthetician.
But really a business owner and a founder.
Really a business owner, founder.
All
I
right.
haven't been in the rooms in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So tell me a little about yourself. How did you come into that business? Where do you come from? How did you land there? Did
Yeah.
you think you'd land there?
Yeah, so I grew up with pretty bad skin. As a little girl, I had eczema pretty badly and was in and out of dermatology offices, tried all the lotions and potions, and actually got a prescription for tanning. And you can't see me, but I have white skin and I don't really tan.
That was the prescription. They said if you got some sun.
Yes, it helped so much. So much so, my parents actually bought our own personal tanning bed that we had downstairs. And I would grow up just tanning, and it did actually help. So developed a heart for skincare pretty early in life and realized, I think I want to help people. I want to maybe go into like the burn unit and help people with their skin and recovery, and went into aesthetic school right out of high school and fell in love with the aesthetic side. And at that time, medical aesthetics was just becoming. So lasers, injectables. So at first I started doing the little facial thing, and I, had my first facial job and loved taking care of people and making them feel good and trying to change their skin. And then I got an opportunity to work at a laser clinic and got laser certified and worked for a huge corporation, moved into management up here in Cherry Creek, and then worked there for a while, went and worked with like a smaller practice, worked for a surgeon, worked for another organization in Cherry Creek, and then realized, maybe I should do this.
Well, each of those little doses of information you got along the way gave you a piece of information.
Yeah. Yeah. And so I went and managed a spa in beautiful downtown Golden. It's no longer there. And I told the owner, I'm like, you should consider bringing in medical aesthetics. And he said, I have no interest. I'm like, well, can I rent out a room and buy a laser? And he said, yes. So I managed the spa, and then I bought a laser, and then I started Little Golden Laser Aesthetics in the darkest room.
It was like a little hole
all
in the
the
wall.
way in the back. I had my group on, and I started GLA. Now I've got a whole team of fabulous women. We're overseen by a doctor, and here we are going on our 9th year.
So what is the aesthetic part of it? Is it and you say injectables, that's things like?
That's more medical aesthetic. So aesthetic as a whole can include skincare, it can include facials, it can include laser. Really where my heart is transformation. People maybe don't like something, maybe people have some medical diagnosis that they want to overcome. Pregnancy brings wonderful things, hormones. So really, I'm in the business to make people feel good and feel confident.
Yeah, I love it so much. Yeah. And you've done that for me too, so I'm grateful.
It's fun.
What is it that has brought this drive into you, or do you think it's internal, or do you think you came to be driven because you were so passionate about the business? What drives you?
I don't know. And I recently got diagnosed with ADD, and I'm like, yeah. And I think that's a total superpower.
100%.
So I am loud and proud, and I just recently found that out, and I'm like, maybe that's where it comes from. I just have some attention.
Just an internal drive. An internal drive. I think had anybody labeled me ADD or ADHD when I was 10, I would have been devastated, and it would have been a crutch.
Correct.
But to know it at 40 is kind of like, cool. Great. Now I understand why I'm all over the place all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, and you're born like it, so I'll take it. This is fabulous.
Call it whatever you want. I'm driven I'm driven to get it done.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's funny. Well, okay, so I can see how your ADD drives you. But also, just the passion drives you too.
For sure.
And,
helping people, making women feel great.
Yeah.
And men, of course, but women are my main.
So the core principle is really to make people feel good, to bring beauty where there's pain, turn pain to pleasure.
Yep, can be.
And so some of these people you talk about along the way that you worked for, or some of the people that influenced you, looking back on those relationships, Who was maybe the most influential or people that really transformed the way you were able to go forward, to become entrepreneurial? Who were those people, those mentors or sounding boards or people that really influenced you?
I can't say that I have anyone like specifically local or anyone that I looked up to in my family necessarily that have done that. But how old was I? I went and did the whole Tony Robbins thing.
Okay.
Are you familiar with Tony Robbins?
Tell me what you did.
Oh boy, I did it all. Raving fan. I jumped in.
What does Tony Robbins do?
Tony Robbins is just like a motivational coach.
Right.
And I went to him fairly young. I didn't go to college. I went to trade school for aesthetics. Yep. And I kind of like, maybe that was my college because it just expanded my mind so much.
The Tony Robbins program expanded your mind.
It did. You don't realize you can have anything that you desire. And it just made me think so much bigger. And I didn't worry about the how. I just worried about the what and the why. And poof. I mean, I came out of that program just
running.
Yeah. So super grateful for him.
When you got there and you were in these programs, they were in person.
They're in person. It is.
Did they? And they
it's
still
like
do them.
Like it's magical.
Yeah, right. And I know who Tony Robbins is. He's the big, tall, dark, handsome guy.
Handsome,
and
dude.
he just is. He's transformational for people.
Very much.
But the point is, you submerge yourself into an education program.
Yes.
That transformed the way you thought about your ability to do anything you wanted.
Everything.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Tony Robbins probably was pretty influential, whether he knows that or not.
Yeah, I did meet him here in Colorado, and starstruck. You know, I saw him and I hugged him, and then I didn't say anything and I left. But I have a picture.
I mean, think of how many people he has impacted that way.
Amazing. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So it's funny sometimes when you're growing a small business, right, to think big like Tony Robbins seems grand. It seems maybe impossible, but what an impact a guy like that has made on little entrepreneurs like you and I.
Big time. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know, being local and a native, generational native, I only knew my little Colorado. I didn't realize you can do, things bigger and have more of an impact and, I don't know, just do real good in the world and have a ripple effect from it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So interesting. So true. So the industry you're working in has been growing very fast.
Oh, it's a fabulous industry.
And I mean, it has started to rip roar. One of the observations I've seen is that there's a lot of people tipping into this now. And so I wonder what differentiates you and how you continue to keep an edge on a fast growing industry. And then after that, I want to ask you about young people and injectables and the sort of anesthetist world around Gen Z. So go ahead and start with the differentiator between you and the business and how it's growing so fast and what you see maybe in the next short run of your business.
Good question. I think it's going to vary place to place too. Granted, in Colorado, we have a lot of outdoors, people that are outdoor, they are active versus say, I don't know, California or wherever, right? Like, I mean, maybe they're outdoor
maybe
too.
New York, yeah.
New York, maybe. But anyway, our people like to be outdoors. They like more of a natural look, right? Yeah. So, and that's kind of how I am. But what sets us apart from my med spa is we have a physician assistant involved in all of the treatments just to make sure we have good outcome and we're properly aligned for people. We also have a collaborated team. So combined, we have over 60 years experience. So there's not one way to do aesthetics, and there's a lot of different things you can do, a lot of variables, a lot of people that have downtime where they can do deep treatments or people that don't want anyone to know anything. We've got people that come in with secret credit cards to hide from their husbands and different phone numbers to use. Like, we're used to handling all different things, or people maybe transitioning. We see all different walks of life.
Yeah,
so,
it is a discreet. There can be some discretion in the industry because people
private.
don't. There is some judgment around getting work done, right?
Everything. And people just don't know.
So if you could break down the barrier of the judgment of getting work done, what is it that you would say to people?
Haters are going to hate.
Yeah.
pretty much it.
But I mean, people are really coming around to the idea of really being beautiful and paying attention to their skin, what they look like, preserving themselves from deep wrinkles, et cetera, et cetera. And so doing all of this proactively is good. Why?
I mean, your skin's designed to rejuvenate. If you want it to, it's an organ. You take care of your body, right? You take vitamins. You can do the same thing for your skin. Just apply good things, protect it from the sun. You don't have to age as fast as you can age as fast as you want, really, if aging is the concern. You know, I think there's confidence goes a long way. And when you feel good, you make other people feel good. And I think beauty comes in all different shapes and sizes. You know, some people aren't bothered by wrinkles. They want to look happy. They want to look expressive. But they might not like their under eye area, or they might want just a little bit more plumpness to their lip, you know, or people don't want hair, which is a game changer. When you're traveling, you don't have to take a razor. You may not have the ingrowns. So, like, there's a lot. Beauty can look so different for so many people.
I see there's sort of a shift back to the natural look. I feel like the big booties with the big lips and the big filler was in for a minute, the Kardashian style face, body.
Yep.
And that's maybe trending less now. Do you see that change happening?
Yeah, I feel like Golden, we're in downtown Golden. We're not the trendiest folks, right? We're like I just want to look good, feel good, and be on my way. I think Cherry Creek probably has a little bit more of that. Granted, social media is right there at people's fingertips, right? So they're exposed to more things. But we don't really have anyone asking for anything crazy.
Yeah.
Just a little bit of what I like to say, we just like to highlight certain areas or make things maybe a little bit more pronounced or replace what you used to have. So
I'm curious. I see young people, really young girls, 20-year-olds, filling their lips full, filling their face full with filler.
Here in Colorado?
Oh, just online or whatever.
Online. Okay, yeah.
And I wonder, how do you see that playing out for them by the time they get to 40, 50, 60?
How do you know they're filling their face?
Well, you can tell they're filling their face.
How do you know?
Because it doesn't look natural.
That's fair.
Or I saw them from a prior picture, and then I feel like you can just tell when you knew somebody before and you see them now. I just am concerned that, I don't know. I don't know. I'm asking you, is it that if you overfill your lips at 20, you're going to have to keep filling them your whole life because otherwise you'll have these kind of wrinkly, sad, overfilled lips?
It can happen, sure. But again, the skin will rejuvenate and tighten back up, especially when you're that young, you know.
So you don't see real concerns with these girls testing into this filler and Botox world so early?
I mean, I don't want my baby doing it.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
So I do, every now and then I'll look at my little daughter, my youngest one, and I'm like, she has like no lips. My other babies have plush lips. And I'm like, well, if it bothers her, she could just get it filled. It's not that big of a deal. I might be a little more extreme than other people. It's just hyaluronic acid. There's going to be more conservative ways of doing things with lower risk. And I don't know. You don't want to look overdone. And I think that's part of our industry. Like, it is an art. You can't just hire anyone to do injectables. It is absolutely an art. And there's a balance to the skin and to the face and to the bone structure. So that's the injector's work. And that directly is a reflection of what they do, right? So I think having the right injector, knowing what they want to do work-wise, or if not, maybe just talking to that patient and saying, okay, we're not going to do that, but what we can do is this. You know, people they just want to feel good. So,
you know, what kind of advice are you offering people? Well, and maybe we can even shift to the business part of the people part of your business, which is, you know, you're leading a group of women and HR is a tough part of the business.
I'm HR.
You're a woman of many hats.
I have many hats. I have an HR girl on call, though.
Yeah, somebody that you can bring in for hard questions. Exactly. But as the owner, founder, what are some of the challenges you've encountered with the people aspect of running a business, particularly in a retail environment?
You know what? I will say I've hired incredible people. I think my industry is such a niche where people just want to give to other people. So we naturally have that heart. We naturally have that intention to take care of people. So I really don't have issues with a lot of the workforce that other people may
Sure, you're not running a sales team, and salespeople can be hard, right?
Well, and so that's probably my struggle is these girls are so sweet and so kind, but they need to sell. They need to fill their books. They need to teach people. No. If you want to change, I need to see you every month.
Right.
I need you exercising the skin. I need
What is exercising the skin?
Using products to rehydrate, to turn over skin cells, to get stuff going, right? Protect your investment. And
yeah, you were just saying your staff, it needs to have some salesmanship. Yeah.
That's my struggle.
Yeah. So in your business, you're still the chief salesman.
100%.
Yes.
Yeah. 100%.
And do you enjoy that part of the business?
Sure.
Yeah.
You're educating people on what an opportunity is, or if they have a concern, we typically have the solution.
Yeah.
So
what has been the hardest part for you of running the business, and what parts of it have come easier than you expected?
Let's see. I would say I've learned that I'm very good at keeping work, and then when I'm home, having strong boundaries with my family. Mm-hmm. And I think, too, when I went into my own business, that's what I wanted. I wanted to be able to have control of my schedule, of my timing, of what I'm delegating or what I'm prioritizing. And so that's something that I'd say I've done very well and I'm very proud of.
Mm-hmm. Do you think having a retail outfit with retail hours helps keep the boundary for the clients? Because they, in some ways, believe they can't reach you outside of business hours, so there's no sense in responding at 9 o'clock at night. It can wait until the morning.
I kind of like responding. I mean, I'll do it after the kids go to bed, and but a lot of people don't do it, or if it can wait, I truly just don't answer. Yeah, I feel like for the most part, our clients are pretty easygoing, but sometimes, after you get a treatment, you go home and you're like, can I wash my face? What was the protocol? So I like to be able to be there for them.
Yeah, when they have what feels like an urgent question.
Exactly, yeah. Yes.
Mm-hmm. You were saying you've gotten good at this part of the business,
yes.
But what was the thing that you experienced that was maybe either more difficult or that surprised you?
Motivating a team. That is not my specialty. Mm-hmm. I think I'm just naturally the go-getter, and I just expect everyone to have the same drive, and that's not the case. And I don't really want to just sit there and meet with them and,
coddle
them. I am not into it.
No, right. Well, because your ADD wouldn't allow you to do that. You just on to the next thing.
Exactly. You tell me specifically, I need a meeting for you to go through this, and this. I got you. Uh-huh. But for me to have the insight of knowing what you need to do that and bridge the gap, not my thing. I'd rather hire for that.
How do you think you grow this business, and what are the opportunities for growth? Do you have multiple locations? Do you offer a broader product, services? How does a business like yours grow, and what are your intentions?
They say this is a recession-proof industry, billion-dollar industry. More and more people are getting into it, which is very fascinating. I think no one's going to have as much heart. And I like the one office personally. I don't know that I want to branch out and do another office. I could. I don't know that I want to.
That would spread your time between two locations too, right?
Yeah, it would. Mm-hmm. Yeah. What was your question again?
We were thinking about growth. Yes. We were talking about growth. So with your new diagnosis,
right?
They can add in the drug. No, I'm just kidding.
I think I'm fairly picky in what we bring in. There's tons of trends. I don't know that I'll keep up with trends. I'm not I'll read into them and learn about them, but I want sustainable things, predictable things, home runs. I don't want questionable things. And I really lean into my providers and their expertise and their passion because they're the ones doing it. But from a growth perspective, I think it's just understanding what people's needs are, being a resource that's trusted and there for people. And then I want to get into hormones now that I'm getting older, right? I want to get into hormones and all these other things. and just maybe kind of tap into more of the wellness side of things. You know, the GLP-1s we offered there for a little while. And that
GLP-1 is like a semaglutide, like a Ozempic or Wegovy.
weight loss injection.
What do you think about those for the long haul?
If it works and it makes you feel good, go for it.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
Right, because we could die of like a uranium poisoning in a hot tub with a whiskey, and so we might as well just...
That's how... Yeah, if you struggle and that makes you happy, go for it. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, the point is,
pick
something,
your poison.
if people think it's bad for their health, this is what people are saying, is that it, the long-term effects of muscle mass loss and things like that. You're saying...
Well, I'm not a doctor. If you feel good, you do it. Pretty much.
Right. Do what feels good.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I do think people are driving towards that. Have you heard about lifespans? I mean, they are saying...
I don't know what they are saying.
They are saying that our kids, in theory, could easily live to be 120. 120. Yeah, I mean, the wellness industry is providing so much longevity that, they're saying lifespans could easily be extended. So in fact, you have to take care of your skin, the organ of your skin. You in fact have to take care of your physical body, so that it can ride through that, what is predicted to be a lot longer lifespan for people. So,
and I think feeling good is the important thing.
Yeah.
It's sad to hear people that don't want to live long, and you're like, why? It's the whole point of why we're here.
Yeah, and it's also sad for me. So that's one piece of thing that sort of makes me sad, but it also makes me sad to see people sort of not keeping up with themselves.
I know. Yeah.
Maybe that's a judgment, or I don't know, but I can understand. I've certainly been through phases, particularly with young children, where it was like I woke up one day and looked at myself in the mirror and was like, get it together. I could hear my mother in my ear. My mom used to say, are you going to put a little makeup on? And I can just like hear my mom sometimes being like, get it together. And I do look around sometimes and I see people not doing it. And I do think that you got to keep doing it. I mean, I also love seeing like little elderly women, with their like full dressed to the nines, pearls, lips on at 90, I had a woman, but she dressed, every time I was there, she was dressed to the nines until the day she died. Yeah. Helen. Her name was Helen. And she showed me that you should keep caring. And I think it is sad when people kind of stop caring. So I think your industry sets that up nicely, that people can continue to go, take care of themselves, keep after it.
Or hack it.
Yeah, fake it till you make it. Or fake it until you look good enough to be whatever. But yeah, I think there's a lot of pressure on men and women to keep it together right now. Is that different than it was 50 years ago, do you think?
100%.
You think?
Yeah, I don't think people used to contour their face and your nose was kind of your nose, and now I'm like, well, just go get a nose job. You'll be back to new in a week. You'll feel good.
Yeah, I mean,
and then you'll find something else. That's kind of how it goes. But
okay, but is there an addiction to that? It
can be. Sure, that's a lot of money. Sure. I think different people, what is that?
Different strokes for different folks. Yeah, people will do things that they're comfortable doing, right?
Yeah.
But there is a bit of a gateway with like Botox, right? Botox is a gateway drug to a nose job, essentially. Like,
not at all.
Yes, you like get a little Botox, and the next thing you know, you're like, I should get a nose job.
Surgery and Botox are not equal.
Yes, but I just mean, once you get a taste of looking a little better,
I see.
Then you're like more encouraged to keep doing the next thing.
Or feeling better.
Yeah. Sure, I see that. I see that. What's next for you? What are you going to do moving forward? And you do have young children. How have you balanced? Maybe we can go there really quick and then you can answer what's next. But like, how have you balanced having a family and running a business? I feel like those are two loves that are hard to balance. How do you do it?
Well, my kids are little. I've got a almost 6-year-old, 3-year-old, and then a 10-month-old. So they're home. Mm-hmm. They're still napping. They're on a schedule. Like, it is fairly easy right now.
Yeah.
And I love being home. I'm a homebody. I'm nervous when they get bigger and then I have to drive them everywhere and all of that.
But see, you're a problem solver, so you'll hire for that, or you'll figure it out.
I think so too. We have an incredible nanny, have always had great nannies. So I've got lots of support at the house.
Yep.
So I think I just find the support that I need and and hire it.
Yeah, ask for help, right?
Ask for help.
So you got support in the office and you've got support at home. And so between the two, you're balancing it. You can be between the two. 9
years in business, you don't get as phased, like you're seasoned. So you're not shocked or as overwhelmed, not as many sleepless nights. Your tolerance definitely gets greater. And your book of business
becomes more steady, so there's less to worry about. The phone will ring tomorrow, right? Uh-huh. All right, well, so what's next for you?
I don't know. I have a potential opportunity that I am investigating on opening up a new business.
Okay, just different endeavor.
Yep.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Totally different direction?
Totally different. It's new mommies and babies related since I'm kind of in that season of my life. Financially, I need to make sure it makes sense.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I think my goal is to own more than just one business. But I also need to make sure I'm not sacrificing my marriage or my mommy time.
Yes.
Making sure there's a balance, but of course a payoff and reward for it.
Yeah, I love it. I think that's in fact true. And you're hearing a lot of people online talk about sort of the difference between an owner and an operator.
Sure, 100%.
So you can own the companies and you can have people help you operate them.
Bingo.
And I think, lots of people are doing that at scale. And I do think that is a way to diversify your time and life.
100%.
And that, in theory, it's like having a couple kids. Like, they're all different and they all have different interests and they all do different things. And so your businesses can be different too. And so I like this idea of sort of scaling up. And I think I was listening to somebody recently, Kevin O'Leary, he's the Shark Tank guy.
Oh, yeah.
And he says, you either have it or you don't. So you either are this entrepreneurial spirit who can drive towards the next thing, or you just aren't. And it's not good, bad, or indifferent. You either have it or you don't.
Right.
But when you're wired like you and I are, in fact, you should go open another business, because if you have it, you have it.
I think so too.
Yeah. And so I think you have it. And
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. And thanks for coming. This was fun.
Yeah, it was lovely.
Okay.
Yeah, great
well,
job.
all the
Thanks
best
for
to you
having
in
me.
your business, for real. And where can people find you if they want to come and get their Botox filler and peels?
Yeah, we're in downtown Golden, right under the beautiful Welcome to Golden Arch. We actually just got a new sign.
Okay,
new,
good.
Door decal, so now you can really find us.
Excellent.
Before we were kind of like the hidden gem. But yeah, give us a call or send us a text. And then we're Golden Laser Aesthetics. Google it and 720-900-4523.
Thanks, Jeri.
Yeah, thanks.
All the best.
Thanks for having me.